How to start your chess journey. What are the key steps to become a chess player? This is what I'm going to cover in this video. There are three very specific milestones. The first one is a little bit obvious. You do need to learn chess. The next two are linked with taking your chess into chess clubs and chess tournaments. So if you're interested, what does it take to become a chess player? Keep watching. To start with, we need to define what is a chess player. Now, there are several definitions. The first one is, in my view, too broad, and it says that anyone who occasionally engages in playing chess is a chess player. In certain stages in life, I had years of gap between two chess games, and I definitely shouldn't have called myself a chess player. The second definition we might take a look is again too narrow. If we consider chess players to be only professionals who live out of chess, we will not have a very long list. If we look at FIDE players, they consider, as International Chess Organization, the list of rated players, and there are 350,000 people on those lists. Now again, that list does not include a lot of very active beginners who might be playing daily, but they are simply not FIDE rated yet. In my view, the right definition is somewhere in the middle. My definition would say that chess players are people who regularly engage in playing chess with various opponents in real life. Let me dissect that a little bit. Regular engagement means you can't play every 5 years. You need to be playing at least a couple of times a year, ideally monthly or perhaps even weekly. Various opponents means you can't be playing to your mom or uncle or your two school friends the whole time. You need to get and find more opponents in either chess leagues or chess tournaments. And the last part is real life. You can't be a chess player if you are only an online warrior. You need to step out. Only in the real life, only in the real world, you will understand the popularity of chess, because you will feel the tension and you will understand why is it so much a game of minds. You might notice that the definition I mentioned did not talk time controls. Yes, you can play only blitz games and still be called a chess player. You can play 5-minute games your whole life. But you are not going to progress a lot with this approach. Real understanding requires long games. If you want to properly learn chess, your average move needs to take a bit more than 5 seconds. You need to learn chess in your life if you haven't gotten there yet. Now, with today's technology progress, there are so many ways of learning, and chess is not an exception. 3 key ways still remain. The first one is learning chess from family and friends. The second one is learning in your school club. And the third one is online. I use the fourth one to learn myself. I have gotten a book and learned from a book when I was 8 years old. School is almost always the right place to learn chess, especially if your teacher actually knows how to play and is or has been a player themselves. In school, it is great that you can start as an absolute beginner. Most school clubs will accept children who don't know a thing about chess. It is very often even better than friends and family, because you will hear and learn the basics right, and very often your chess teacher will have more patience than your dad or your uncle. There are also some very, very cool apps where you can learn chess, and they are maybe a little bit closer to children's ways. But then again, you want your child to play chess to move them away from the screen, not to give them another reason to get to the screen. They are, although, made well, and that can be one step that you might take at a certain point in time. We as a family used all 3 ways. All 3 of my kids learned the basics from me, and then the older 2 started in a school club, and my youngest one used a little bit of online video support to move further in her chess journey. Adults or adult learners can maybe easiest learn online. There are two really great platforms, two very popular platforms today. Two biggest ones are chess.com and Lichess, and they have a lot of very easily explained chess basics videos and games and different little helps that can get you very quickly to basic chess understanding. These are also the great platforms to play chess, so you can not only learn but practice there. I also sometimes play in these platforms. Okay, more than sometimes. The next milestone in becoming a chess player is finding your local community. Your local community is called a chess club. Chess club is a nice place where chess enthusiasts meet, play, and learn a little bit. Clubs are in principle open to new potential members and will welcome your call or a walk-in. In there you can meet some people and play a few friendly games. Even if we are talking about children and they have a school club, at one point they will need a chess club. You will know that point when your child comes back and says, I'm beating everyone in school, it's not challenging, it's not interesting, because they will not be learning anymore. Without challenges, there is no progress, and it is like that in chess also. Clubs have several important roles. The first one is about tournaments. You don't need to be a chess club member to play tournaments, but when you start playing tournaments, there will be some rough times. Just to say it this way, the first thing you learn in tournaments is how to lose. You will need a bit of support from your peers, and having a chess club will indeed help. In terms of coaching, some clubs do coaching, some clubs do not. But when you play a friendly game, ask for your opponent to show you where you made a mistake. Most chess players, after all, love analyzing the games that they won. You might learn something. Club championships and club leagues are also very important roles of the clubs. You can get an introduction to competitive chess within your club or simply playing for your team from the club against another club. Especially that is important if there is less tournaments in your area. Club tournaments and especially leagues have helped me and my children with integration when we moved countries. We simply felt like part of something bigger, like a bigger chess club in this particular stage. If there is no chess club in your area, there is no obstacle really to start even informally one from your side. All you need is a few friends with a little bit of chess interest. You start gathering and you never know where that might lead. Absolutely the biggest milestone on your chess journey will be playing your first tournament. You simply have to give it a try. There is no substitute in chess for live chess tournaments. We had an unpleasant reminder of that a couple of years ago with COVID. I can remember an unanimous opinion from chess players how much they were missing playing in live chess tournaments. You might wonder, how so? Aren't they supposed to be introverts and love doing the thing online? Once you try, you'll see why. That is simply the best part of chess. The tension, the rush, all the adrenaline, the wins, the losses, and the mind games. That is, as said, just the best. Okay. So the next question is, how can you yourself play a chess tournament as a beginner? Most events will be welcoming to beginners, and there is simply no judgment. Zero score at the end is completely okay. Believe me, all members of my family had very embarrassing losses and tournaments, and many of them finished with a score of 0, and that was completely fine. I can assure you, all chess players started and lost badly. And that is simply how it works. You can't skip those steps. If you decided, if you got the courage, and if you are thinking about it, the next thing you will need is a calendar of tournaments in your country or region. And dive in. There is no wrong way to go for it. The most wrong thing you can do is never give it a try. Children are perfect for this. They are so great starters because they're used to fail and learn. I heard once upon a time, and I repeated it very often to my children, you win or you learn. And I can assure you, at the beginning, you will do much more learning than winning. Now that works for children, but us adults are not so easy. We are so conditioned that we have to succeed every time because we value success so much more than the effort itself. It is tough to lose for us sometimes. But you can't skip the steps, and you will need to lose enough games to become a proper player. An adult beginner is not very different from an 8-year-old child that is also a beginner. You might wonder as a beginner, what kinds of tournaments should you play? The first part is just start. Whatever you do will be better than not playing and not trying them out at all. Now, the best tournaments on the long run are the long ones, the standard tournaments. They are the best to learn and progress in chess. But they might be a little bit too much if you are just beginning, if you play fast. Long tournaments, standard tournaments, might have one game at 10 o'clock and the other one at 3 p.m. only. So imagine if you are done in 20 minutes. What exactly are you going to do there? That is not going to be an amazing experience. Being too fast, just to say that, is completely normal. My 2 older children, it took them 5 years to slow down, and I believe I had roughly 200 conversations with each of them. Of course, there were some embarrassing losses along the way. I myself, after knowing that from my children, was not really able to slow down, despite the fact that I understood the model, understood the concept, and I was a mature adult. But at the beginning, the first couple of years, I was also playing too fast. Happens to me even today. When I'm a little bit tired, my first reflex is just moving and playing a little bit faster. At the beginning, you don't have enough knowledge to think about chess, about your next move for more than 30 seconds or a minute, and you don't have enough focus because you haven't practiced it a lot. So at the beginning, rapid or blitz tournaments might just be the right thing to start with. They are great places to start. They will show you the excitement, and you'll be able to hide a bit of lack of knowledge in those. My older kids played only rapid and blitz tournaments for the first 2 years. It didn't make much sense to move them to something longer because they were simply playing too fast. In my first year, I didn't play any standard tournaments. I played only blitz. That was the place where I could hide my low knowledge and level the playing field. The best. Most beginners are very fast, but in chess and with children, there are few rules and more exceptions. Blitz tournaments are fun. You just simply can't beat the rush and the adrenaline. You have to give them a try. They are perfectly suitable for most beginners as they are very fast. But that's just a rule. As most things in chess and parenting, there are many exceptions. One of them is my youngest child, who simply can't play rapid and blitz because she needs her time as in standard. One more thing to add here. I started as a chess parent, not as a chess player. It took me 10 years to play more than 2 standard tournaments per year. But only once I started with that, I noticed a major progress in my learning and rating. So blitz is great, it's amazing, but if you want to progress on the long run, long games are necessary. In this video, I wanted to cover universally what does it take to become a chess player anywhere in the world, so it could be helpful for all newbies wherever they are. How do you find chess clubs or tournaments in your own country? It's a different question, and there is a local answer to it. Usually the first place to start looking into is the website of your chess union or chess federation. What I'm starting is to develop a series that will go country by country and focus on local specifics and provide the data on how do you start in a specific country. The first video that's coming out within that series is Ireland, and it's coming out alongside this one. I am honestly looking forward to having quite a few guests here that will help chessdad understand how it is to start chess and become a chess player in other countries. I hope you found this content useful. If you did, please consider liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to see chessdad again. I would also like to announce two things I'm working on right now. The first one is International Chess Championships, where I am going to cover how it is to go and travel to a world or European championship for kids. And the second one is focused on the basics, so I'm going to explore a few topics like what is it, how does it work on FIDE rating, and a few other things. There are a few links in the description. I hope to see you soon.